Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 8. 2 days in a row with some new information. So yesterday, from when this video is coming out, we got the big news about the already announced 5-part special event, or just to keep it to simple terms, crossover. That will be happening at the beginning of The Flash Season 8, obviously over the first 5 episodes. Now, we knew it was happening for a while. They announced it either beginning of this year, end of last year, something like that. We just didn't know the overall premise for the event, as well as the guest stars and just the general scope of it all. And up until today, the villain as well was kept a mystery. But now that The Flash has started filming Season 8, all the information is now starting to come out and hitting us across the face in a good or bad way, I guess it's up to you. And oh boy, they dropped a bit of a doozy today. So Warner Brothers and the CW announced today that BAFTA award-winning actor Tony Curran has joined the cast of Season 8 of The Flash in the role of Despero, or Despero, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to go Despero because it sounds a bit more exotic. And, you know, we're all about the exotic stuff on our channel, aren't we? With it also being announced that he is currently filming the upcoming 8th season of the series, so in turn confirming that he is the villain of the 5-part event, even though the description of the character does confirm that as well pretty much. And of course, that description of the character of Despero goes as follows. The character is described as a powerful and intelligent alien possessing incredible telepathic powers who left his homeworld, Kalanor, under mysterious circumstances. Now he's facing a deadly mission on Earth, one whose outcome will decide the fate of humankind and put him on a collision course with Team Flash. Now, of course, we know we are getting a pretty large guest actor contingent heading over to The Flash for this event and to deal with Despero. That, of course, being revealed about 24 hours ago before this news came out, with that guest list being Javicia Leslie as Batwoman, Brandon Routh as the Atom, Cress Williams as Black Lightning, Kyla Lee as Sentinel, or Alex Danvers, Kat McNamara as Mia Queen, Osric Chow as Ryan Choi, Tom Cavanagh as Eobard Thawne / Reverse Flash, and Neil McDonough as Damien Dark. Now, of course, there could be more additions, whether they are smaller or larger characters from the Arrowverse or beyond, but it seems these will be the characters that have any sort of substantial role in the event, whether it be appearing in a full episode or multiple episodes. Though, as I'm alluding to, there could be cameos or characters already associated with the Flash TV show that don't fit into this type of announcement. For example, Christian Magby, who played Dion Owens in Season 7 of The Flash, or, the Still Force character, is back in the beginning of this season to continue that story with Iris and her time displacement sickness thing, which we assume would be the case when Eric Wallace said that storyline would be continuing into Season 8. But of course, he isn't a part of this announcement thing. So characters like Impulse and XS could be a part of this as well. Jay Garrick as well, maybe. So the amount of characters outside of our normal Team Flash could be actually even bigger than what they are advertising. But of course, they are filming Season 8 right now. Probably as you are watching this video, someone is in front of a camera, maybe the camera operator is called Cameron, but they're in front of a camera in a super suit. So if any public filming does happen over the course of this event, which it will, I'd be surprised if it doesn't, we will be able to potentially add more names to that list that they released yesterday in regards to guest actors. But in regards to Despero specifically, who the hell is he? Is he like a villain worthy of having this massive group of heroes and I guess villains as well go up against him and be the focus or at least the villain of a 5-part event? Well, Despero is more well known actually as a Justice League villain, with that being where he was introduced all the way back in 1960. Eric Wallace, the showrunner for The Flash, even posted the comic cover from Justice League of America #1 from 1960, which is where Despero, was introduced and where he debuted. And the Justice League was just generally who he consistently not just ran into, but almost targeted. Like he went after the Justice League. It wasn't like the Justice League went to stop him. He was going after them. Whether that be the main Justice League setup or the different variants that they've had over time, though he has also taken on the Justice Society of America as well at points. Now, like in the comics, he is from Kalanor, that they're not changing that, that's where he's from, and he is a very powerful individual who has had various powers and abilities over time that have come and gone depending on what is going on with him personally, whether that be through him learning things or having access to items that give him new abilities and powers, just typical comic booky stuff. So just to list off some of Despero's powers and abilities, he has telekinesis, the ability to shoot energy from this third eye on his forehead, which I'm sure you've seen in the pictures I've shown. He has flight, telepathy, which is also connected to his third eye and his forehead, which they've highlighted in the character description for the Arrowverse crossover. He has superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, all of that stuff. Now, there is also a magic angle with Despero, which isn't always with him in the comics, but could be used in the crossover on The Flash. And one part of his magic abilities is the ability of possession. And of course, as you can see by looking at Despero, he is either going to be in a character or be a character made up of makeup and prosthetics, or CGI, or a mixture of the two. But possession would allow the show to save some money or save some budget and just have him present himself as a random person at times, or even more lethal for our heroes, possess one of them, which wouldn't surprise me too much if that happened. Or maybe if he even possesses someone like Reverse Flash or Damien Dark, or both of them at some point as well, and that's how they play into this story. And in various iterations with his magic, he can pass some of his super abilities that he would normally have to that person he's possessing, so they can be super strong or whatever that might be, even if that host normally isn't. So that can be pretty overpowered. Now, one big question that comes off this announcement that Despero is going to be the villain is, well, is the crossover still based off Armageddon 2001 like we thought it was, due to the fact the crossover is called, well, Armageddon? Or is it just based around something to do with Despero, and they've just used the title of Armageddon because it sounds cool? Or are they substituting in Despero as the main villain of their take on Armageddon 2001 as it just like suits better for the story? And I think I would assume it's the last one, because why would you call it Armageddon then? I mean, when they did Invasion, it was based off Invasion. When they did Crisis on Infinite Earths, based off Crisis on Infinite Earths, Elseworlds and stuff like that as well. Even Crisis on Earth X, they adapted different Crisis, things from the comics and used on that crossover. So Armageddon in the comics involves time travel, and Despero was actually a part of a time travel villain group in the Justice League of America comics from the 2000s called the Time Stealers, who initially went about trying to sabotage the histories of various important heroes within the DC universe. And Armageddon from the comics is about potential futures, so once again, time travel as well. So maybe we see Despero coming back and having a mixture of the two, with us seeing events from the past, the present as well, and also the future, and maybe how he is trying to influence the shape of the world based off those events. The description of his character does say it's a deadly mission whose outcome will decide the fate of humankind. So, influencing past and future events sounds like it would fit in. And with the telepathic powers, they are also highlighting in the description, maybe the Flash is his target first and uses his time travel abilities to put his plan into motion. I mean, maybe I'm going down a black hole of theories, but that sounds pretty cool. Like, I have a feeling we will be getting another casting announcement or two in the week, or a couple of weeks to come. I am very interested to see if Matthew Ryder, aka Wave Rider, is cast, because he is a main part of the Armageddon crossover from the comics. So if they are going to use time travel, they would need someone who can time travel as well, which Wave Rider can do, hence the ship, the ship name from Legends of Tomorrow. But also, if we are time traveling, this opens the door to certain cameos if they want to use them in certain scenes that they wouldn't want to spoil in a press release like the other guest stars, because they're just going to be in, I guess, multiple episodes or full episodes rather than be a surprise necessarily in a scene. So I'm looking forward to seeing what is announced, as well as if there are any set photos that come out over the next couple of months while they film this thing. But I'm sure we'll hear a decent amount of, certain things to come out over the next week, or, it's about a month and a half that they're probably going to be filming these episodes for. It might stretch out to closer to 2 months. So by the time like DC Fandom rolls around, it wouldn't surprise me too much if they have a pretty cool trailer to show for this event that might feature multiple episodes rather than the standard, one episode sort of compilation pretty much that they release for a season trailer. Like whenever they release something at Comic-Con or last year at Fandom, it was just stuff from the first episode, but it wouldn't surprise me too much if the trailer from Fandom features like stuff from all the 5 episodes sort of compiled together for a pretty cool teaser and to get us hyped. But that's not until October that Fandom rolls around, so who knows what they'll release then. But of course, if anything comes out in regards to set photos, I'll do videos on them, but try to not make them spoilery. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's anything that seems like it's too big of a spoil, like a cool cameo, I don't think I'll do a video on it unless you want me to. So let me know if that was the case and you'd actually want it. But I'm excited to see what comes out and if there are any other casting announcements. And cross our fingers that they might be able to snag someone. Like, I know people want Stephen Amell to come back and be Green Arrow. And, initially going into this thing, I thought that wouldn't be a case. But now that time travel is a potential, likelihood that it could happen in this crossover, maybe we get a time travel scene back to 2016 or something, and we get to see Stephen Amell back in the Green Arrow suit or something like that. Maybe we might get that. Don't get your hopes up for it, but we might. So cross our fingers. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on all this. Are you excited by the announcement of Despero, or Despero, however you want to pronounce it? Do you think he's a fitting villain for this all? Would you prefer someone else? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you like the idea of time travel potentially playing into it and all that? So let me know all your thoughts and opinions and theories in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.